Hi, my name is Jessica Chenault, and I'll be talking about the negative impacts of social media on society. Picture this: a world where our self-worth is determined by likes, our relationships are reduced to emojis, and our attention spans are fractured into scrolling feeds. This is the reality of social media age, where connectivity comes at a very big cost. Today, I urge you to consider the hidden dangers lurking behind the screens and question the true value of our digital connections. Okay, when I say social media, I'm referring to, all the different platforms online, and we have our phones that we can use just at the touch of our fingers to access those platforms. We have tablets, iPads, Kindles, you can access the internet and social media platforms. And over here we have a laptop. It is said that there is almost constant online activity, especially reported from a majority of teens. However, adults are using it every day too, whether it be in school, every day, just out and about. And 95% of those teens between 13 and 17 say they use social media almost constantly, meaning they have to check it really quick, look down, a lot of people while they're driving even. And here is a little graphic that'll give you an idea of the social media use by age and also the different platforms, which I thought was pretty neat. There are several negative consequences to social media use. Some of those are mental health issues, decreased productivity, since we are using it almost constantly, and social isolation as well, since we can hide behind our screens instead of forming in-person relationships. Since younger people are using it as well, it's especially bad for them because they're constantly comparing themselves to other people. They're still growing and figuring who they are out, and they're able to look and see unrealistic ideations of people all the time, and they see these people with happy lives, and it's making them have lower self-esteem. And then another potential health risk was sleep deprivation from, supposed to be in bed, checking your phone one last time before you go to bed. I thought this was a really cool quote. Since we are using social media all the time, our decreased productivity is a huge one. It's extremely addictive. It's said that, like any addiction, it actually releases dopamine. So every time we go online to check it, we get a little bit of a high. We feel like we need it when of course we don't, which, like I said, it decreases our productivity. For students, instead of doing homework or while in class when they should be listening and learning, they're checking their phones. For adults, many of us are checking it while we're at work or while we should be getting things done at home. I liked the quote at the end of this slide that says 86% of all American workers use social media on their jobs, which that takes a lot of time away from what we could be, getting paid to do. That's just more ways that our productivity is decreased. Like I said, distraction. That's obviously a huge one. We're not doing what we should be doing, completing the tasks at hand. It also adds just an unrealistic stress to our life, like we have to respond to messages at all times from people. And also information overload. We're reading all these posts all the time while we should be concentrating on other things. Social isolation is a very big one. We get most of our meaningful interactions from social media. We'd rather stay in than go out because we are interacting at home. You might have had it, you feel like your social bucket is full because you've been talking to people online all day, but it's so much different than actually going out and interacting in real time. Cyberbullying is another huge one. Like I said, younger people these days are using it too, and they're able to hide behind social media and pretend they're someone else, and then they don't have to face those consequences that they normally face if they said something to someone's face. So they get good at it. They also get a high from, a certain person that they are online, which is very unrealistic as well, but very common. These are just some stories on cyberbullying. There are several if you look them up, but if you want to look up any of those individual stories, they're all very interesting and sad. Lack of privacy is another huge one. Too many social media platforms are built on excessive collection, algorithmic processing, and commercial exploitation of users' personal data, and that must change. I thought that was a really good quote to use. We don't know. Every time we go to a site, there's certain information being taken from us and sold to third parties, which is extremely unsafe. Some interesting quotes, some references. Try to wrap this up. Thank you so much for watching my PowerPoint and listening to my speech today. As we navigate the digital landscape, it is crucial to acknowledge the detrimental effects of social media on our well-being and society as a whole. By recognizing the pitfalls of excessive use, prioritizing genuine human connection, and advocating for responsible online behavior, we can reclaim control over our digital lives and foster a healthier relationship with technology. Thank you so much, everyone.